Okay guys, so yeah, no, pwede niyong titigan, that's me. So I'm the founder of CPA Online Review School. So I own what's this, consulting firm, which is an accounting firm as well. Yeah, I'm the president, I'm the owner of that. Of course, I have partners. And then, yeah, I have one business as well, which is under my name, Tristan's Ice Cream Candy. And then I'm a volunteer, advocate of whatever, let us say financial, I'm a financial advocate. Of course, I'm a certified dad, I'm a certified husband. All right, so yeah, this just to challenge you guys. So try to beat my CPA exam result. So ito yung result before, or yan yung ating yan yung tinake, no? Medyo madami. 8 subjects or 7 subjects. Ngayon, ilan na lang pinagsama-sama na, no? So if you're going to, I was surprised that ang taas ko sa, what is this? Sa CPA board exam. So why not teach this, no? So let us say, theory of accounts, 88. Grabe. Business law, 81. So far, wala naman online of 7. So, hindi na nakakahiya. So, MS is 87, auditing theory, auditing problem. Alright? You have the Prac 1 and Prac 2, which is ito na yung FAR natin ngayon. FAR, okay. And then, of course, you have the FAR and AFAR, no? Pinagsama to yung tatlo. Theory of accounts, Prac 1 and Prac 2, okay? And then, of course, pinaghiwalay ang business law and taxation. And then you have management services and auditing theory, auditing problem. So, mga one subjects na lang yan. So, yeah. When I got this, wow! 84.14, not so bad. So, just... yeah, I think you can do that kasi guys, kwan lang naman din ako eh, average student lang din ako, no? So, I think everyone can do that, can do this what is this kind of result. So, don't worry about it na kung let us say na-challenge ka na or hirap ka na sa pagre-review. That's normal, no? That's normal. So, ibig sabihin tao ka, okay? Na kailangan mo mag-improve, okay? So yeah, so that's me. Let's go back. So just to remember, okay, remember this guy, how to pass the CPA board exam is of course you need to follow your timeline. So hindi pwedeng yung magre-review bukas, ngayon wala, sa isang bukas na naman, or alam mo yon, yung labo-labo ang oras mo in terms of reviewing. So you need to set a timeline. You need to set what is your plan in terms of ano ba yung available time mo. Okay, free time. Like for example, nag-Facebook ka lang. Okay? Nanonood ka lang ng TV. Nanonood ka lang ng Netflix. You can remove all of these unnecessary things. Okay? And then put the time on that. Kung kaninong subjects mo ilalaan yon. Okay? And then, of course, comprehension, that's very important. And then how you connect the dots, because these subjects are very important to connect them. Kasi nga, they are connected. I mean, there's a interrelationship between the subjects, okay? I'm going to tell you one of the example is like the theory. Okay, International Accounting Standards or PAS. Okay? You should know the PAS para malaman mo kung ano yung theory ng what? The FAR, yung financial natin. Financial and, 'di ba? Financial reporting. All right? Same goes dun sa auditing, which is related na siya, auditing problem. So, lahat 'yan interconnected. That could be also in a FAR, connected yan sa MAS. Okay? Because those are key business decision making. Yung AFAR kasi, these are specialized accounting. So, we don't know na baka mamaya yung cost processing natin dyan, how to get the cost, the computation of gross profit, pwedeng pumasok sa MAS. Alright? So, yeah. So, comprehension, connecting the dots, that's very important. So, this will be our discussion proper. Okay? So, and then of course we have the rules. So guys, so turn off your ringtone, okay, your cell phone. Mute your phone, I mean. Don't turn it off, mawawala ka, okay? Webinar is recorded, all right? So, yeah, this is recorded. And then of course, focus on the information to be provided. This is a free class and you willingly join the class, okay? Walang pilitan. Okay, hindi ka namin pinilit, walang pumilit na mag-join ka. So just like Aldrin, which is one of CPA na, okay, Annalisa, okay, walang pilitan, okay? But of course, you are welcome. Again, please send your CV. Don't share the materials if to be provided. All right? Okay. So yeah, so this will be our flow. I already discussed to you the rules. And then, yeah, we will go into auditing theory, auditing problems, exercises, and then, of course, I'm going to invite you on what's next, what will be the next step on after this class. Okay, so, yeah, so the rules is simple, right, guys? So I'm just going to repeat this, so please don't share anything. Naka-Facebook live naman, naka-Facebook live naman tayo, so don't worry about it. So, yeah, let's go straight on our discussion, which is this is the example of my CPA timetable, okay, as a full-time. So basically, meron dito na they are working, all right? Students are, what is this? Working professionals, hirap bumiyahe, hindi na maka-cope up sa discussion. So that's why timetable is very important. Okay, so if you are one of my followers, so you're gonna receive a lot of tips. So please sign up. It's very important. So this is one of the examples we're in. Let us say on Monday. Let me just check, guys. Okay. On Monday, you have to assess what's your available time. So very important. Assessment of your available time. Okay, for Monday to Sunday. Monday to Sunday. Okay, no excuses in terms of the time assessments, the availability of your time. That's very important. Okay. Now, in terms of if it's available in terms of, let us say, if you are working, okay, 8 to 12 maybe, right? 8 to 12 is not available. So you are available this period from 12 to 1. You have to sacrifice that. If you really want to become a CPA, what my point is, you should know how to sacrifice your time for unnecessary things na hindi mo naman kailangan. And then pantapal mo yon for your review. That's the biggest mistakes of working professionals. Kahit yung mga full-time. They think na napakadami nilang oras, but in fact, okay, you only have 4 months to review, and 4 months is not enough para dun sa ilang subjects, para dun sa daming concepts. Okay? And then, ang masakla pa niyan, 70 items lang ang ibibigay. Right? So, ang hirap, no? That's a very challenging for you guys, no? I can feel you. So, anyway, you just have to make sure you have to very clear in terms of your timetable. You should be focused on this. Okay, focus on this. So you can copy this, guys, if you want. I will just hang for a bit, or picturean nyo, screenshot nyo. That's okay. 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 Ayun, si Jolina is magre-review pa lang. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. So yeah, Jolina, you should focus on your time. Kailangan nyo ng oras eh. I-dedicate nyo yung oras. Okay. Useless ang CPA dream kapag hindi nyo binigyan ng oras. Bakit? Because ibig sabihin kapag wala kayong oras, hindi nyo siya priority. ang pagiging CPA. So forget about it kung hindi nyo siya bibigyan ng oras. Okay? Forget about it. Okay? Anyway, yeah, so that's your key is very important. So we will discuss about, yeah, we will go into the proper auditing theory, auditing problems, and then the exercises, invitation. Yeah, so let's go. So auditing theory, guys, is talks about Philippine standards on auditing. So I don't know if you guys know this. So for all of you, you should be reading standards, auditing standards. Okay? Those auditing standards, you have around maybe 37 or 55, I think. So sobrang tagal nang hindi ko binasa. Okay? Nakalimutan ko na ilang. I think ang tanda ko before is I have read 37 PSAs, yung mga importanteng what is this? Important standards. So, napaka-importante ng kailangan malaman mo yung mga key standards, okay? Philippine standards auditing. So yeah, so you just have to, let us say, ano ba yung mga important standards. So it's very important. Let me just write. Teka, nawawala, no? Mabagal. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so standards, examples of standards are the framework. That's very important to know. What is the framework that's, I think kapag nabasa niyo yung framework of auditing, you will have an overview in terms of how to attack your auditing theory, auditing problems. I think auditing theory is the, doon lumalabas yung mga questions mostly sa standards. That's the basic. As let us say, for example, ako yung examiner, I will go into the standards, and then of course I will look into the practical application of that. So just make your foundation sa auditing theory strong by reading standards. Okay? Objective of auditor, why are you auditing? So nandyan yan sa standards na yan. Let us say the terms of agreement, that's also very important. The quality of your audit, quality controls. What are you doing as an auditor in terms of maintaining the quality of your paperworks, of your auditing, of auditing the financial statements. Okay, how you're going to document the audit. Okay, documentation is as well very important. Reports, auditor's report. Okay, nandun yung mga examples of what are the auditor's report. So we will have a discussion as well on the exercises, samples of reports. We have situation and then reports. Okay, and then what else in terms of your responsibility in terms of the fraud? If you have in terms of fraud, if you have do you have the fraud responsibility? Whose responsibility is the fraud detection, whatever kind of fraud is that, sino may responsibility, anong dapat gawin ng auditor. So you should know, you should read about it. Okay? In terms of how to communicate the issues, to communicate things that you need as an auditor, communicate things that the management or your client needs to know in terms of the standards or how you do the audit. Okay, so PSA is very important, guys. If sa tingin nyo nahihirapan kayo sumagot ng multiple choices, it's because you don't have the basic or the foundation of auditing, which is the standards. Okay, so that's very important, guys. No, standard. You should know the standard. But anyway, we are discussing this in detail in our CPA Online Review School. So I cannot discuss this to you here, syempre. Okay? Matagal yan. Dami niyan, 37. In terms of, so these are the things that we are discussing as well. Internal controls. Okay? Auditor's report. So these are the things that are very important that you know. Business processes. So when I say business processes, You have the accounts payable process, you have the expense process, the investment process, treasury process. Okay, and then from there, because from this process, you will know what are the issues in terms of your internal control. Okay, you will know the impact in the financial statement. Okay, that's what you're going to do in terms of substantive testing. Okay, so guys, if you can understand, or I mean, if you have not master, but at least familiarize, okay, if you can familiarize this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think you are good in terms of auditing theory. So you can pass the 35 items for auditing theory. I'm telling you. Okay? I'm telling you, that's easy. It's easy to comprehend. Okay? Now, moving forward, okay, one of the example is, let us say, let me just, we will discuss the samples in our exercises. So this is just an overview, guys. Okay, in terms of how to attack auditing theory. Okay, so if you want to, you can search, you can buy books, internal control. Yeah, this is a very important. Okay, and then of course, so that's for auditing theory. What are the things that you need to know in terms of auditing theory? And then for auditing problem naman, okay, which is the practical concept. Ito na yung tinasabi natin na you should know how to connect the dots, okay, in terms of the accounting standard. So just guys, accounting standard is different from the auditing standards. Okay, let me be clear on that. Okay, accounting standards, kung ano ito yung ginagamit ng mga accountant. Okay, auditing standards is the basis or the framework of auditors. Okay, so may mga nalilito dyan in terms of that. Accounting standards, so ito yung Prac 1. So your foundation should be strong in Prac 1 or financial reporting, PFRS. So if I'm going to attack auditing problems, I would focus more on understanding the basic. Kasi sinasabi nila, ang board exam is basic. Yeah, because you need, everything will go back into the basic, which is the standard. Okay? So accounting standards, so you have the standards for inventory, for investment, right? For financial instrument. Guys, lahat sa standards yan. So you just have to read. You just have to understand. You have to comprehend. When you read the standards, punta ka doon sa multiple choice. Okay? That's how I attack auditing problems before. Because for me, I don't have a strong foundation talaga. I'm sorry guys, I have to be honest. Okay? I was a student like you before. Pareho tayo naging student. Ako kasi ang ginagawa ko lang, magre-review ako, i-memorize ko, kailangan naintindihan ko kung ano yung sample. But that's it. Pagkatapos ng exam, lumilipad na. Okay? So the root of the foundation of the foundation of my accounting is very weak. Okay? So pagdating ko sa review school, somehow nakakahabol naman, but I strategize. So hindi pwede yung sagot ka lang ng sagot. You have to understand yourself. Understand yourself. Saan ka ba mas mahina? Saan ka ba malakas? Alright? So in accounting standards, nakalagay dyan, malalaman mo kung ano yung assets, kung ano yung liabilities, capital, okay, revenue and expenses. So malalaman mo yan, guys. So one step at a time. One step at a time sa auditing problem. Okay? One step at a time. So hindi mo kailangan magmadali. If 3 years ka nang graduate, 2 years ka nang graduate. Actually, meron kaming 1995 na students. I mean, 1995 pa siyang graduate na students. Now, merong mga nag-i-inquire na I think 1985 yung pinaka-latest na nag-inquire. Just imagine, guys. Okay? So, yeah, ang dami lamang na lamang kayo, okay, in terms of your time, in terms of the mind, okay, yung how active your mind is, kung paano makakapag-absorb, okay, mas kaunti lang yung, huwag niyong isipin na 3 years or number of years, ang dami niyong hahabulin. Ganun din yung number of years na habulin niyo. Hindi eh. The point is, okay, the point is, marami. Okay, I mean, the same yung concepts, but if you read the new standards, mas madali siyang i-absorb because you already have idea before. Okay, so that's the, okay. All right. So now we will proceed in our next topic, which is the meat of our discussion, which is the exercises for our topic. So let me just get my materials for this. I will just post, okay, and then I will share it to you. Okay, while doing that, guys, may mga messages tayo. Oh, aspiring. Okay, thank you. Wala akong audio. Oh, sorry guys, if you don't have audio, please check your audio. Okay, I think everyone can hear me. Okay. Let me just check, guys, my materials, and then I will share it to you.
Tagal.
Yes, this is it. Pusit. This is for our topic for today. Let me just check. Ilan ba to? So, yeah, I think we have 20. Bakit iba to, no? Anyway. So, yeah, let's go. Let's proceed in terms of these are the maganda to, guys, no? You take care of this. Naka-sign up naman kayo lahat. So, we're going to give you this sample of okay. Alright, so nababasa nyo, nakikita nyo guys? So hopefully nakikita nyo, no? Let me just clear my... Medyo may problem ako, technical problem. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, these are the samples that that I want to give you in terms of how we audit, how we do the CPA online class. So guys, listen carefully. I'm going to discuss it to you one by one. Ayusin ko lang guys, ayusin lang natin. Alright, so let me just check. Okay, reading na tayo. Nice! And then, so if you have questions guys, I'm gonna answer that before. Okay. Si Gina Lynn, please, what is this? Mute your audio. Okay, you should hear me. Okay. All right, so let's start. Let's start answering this. So what best describe an assurance engagement? So guys, no, assurance engagement, when you say assurance engagement, ito yung audit. All right, wherein you are giving reasonable assurance. So yan yung sinasabi nating audit. So there are, because this is one of the services that an audit CPA can give. So what are the services that just take note when you in per standard you have the assurance and you have the related services. Okay, or let us say these are the moderate assurance. Okay, and then you are giving no assurance. So these are the kind of reports that an auditor is providing. So this assurance is divided into what kind of service? Auditing. Okay, the other one is what? I think this is review. Okay, and then of course, no assurance. So guys, merong mga reports tayong ginagawa na kung saan there are no assurance, which is agreed upon, and then the other one is compilation. Okay, so from this, so guys, this is very important kung saan naka-table na yan, ano? So from here, when you are auditing, you are giving high assurance but not absolute. Okay, ibig sabihin hindi siya 100%, may risk pa din. Okay? From review point of view, you are just giving moderate assurance. Of course, here no assurance and no assurance. So remember this table guys, kasi ang daming pwedeng makuhang question dito sa board exam. Okay? In terms of the report na binibigay, of course, this is positive assurance. This is negative assurance. Okay? This is about when you say factual, agreed upon procedure is based on the agreement between the client and you as an auditor. So this is based on the what are the facts that you had observed in those observation or agreed upon procedures that you perform. Okay, and then of course compilation is more on the identification of information that you obtain. Okay, so there's nothing much, parang magko-compile ka lang ng report on this, so it's more on the identification of okay, so from here guys, makukuha natin kung ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng assurance engagement. An assurance engagement in which a practitioner expresses a conclusion, yes, that is true, designed to enhance the degree of confidence on the intended users other than the responsible party about the outcome of the or measurement of, yes, this is true. An engagement in which a practitioner determines the outcome of the evaluation or measurement of is the information that from, so there should be a conclusion, an engagement. So I think letter A gives the complete definition of assurance engagement. So we would go on letter A. Number 2, in which situation is the auditor most likely not to include So, not likely, guys. Yung tanong is not likely. So, if there's an emphasis of matter, these are significant or let us say unusual transaction. And then, of course, yeah, I think significant and unusual transaction ang pinaka keywords for emphasis of, or if you want to put a paragraph for emphasis of a certain event or a matter. So, let us say letter A is unusual. Yes. Significant transactions. Okay. Yeah. Yan. Katulad nito. In COVID, saan ba natin ilalagay yan? Ano? Is it emphasis of a matter or going concern assumption na ba tayo? So, yeah, it's for, let us say, an important audit procedure was performed, letter D. So, which is most likely, okay, not likely to be included in the emphasis of a matter. So, ang hirap ang daming, let us say, in terms of, let us say, sa COVID, may issue ang mga auditor dito, no? Kasi it's so sad and it's not included in the... Yeah, Jolina, please mute your audio, please. We can hear you, okay? And number 3, so number 2 is letter D. Number 3 is in some assurance engagement, the evaluation of or measurement, ayun, of the subject matter is performed by the responsible party and a subject matter in the form of assertion, yan, by the responsible party that is made available to the intended user. So yeah, it's letter A. So meron ka ng one of the strategies that I do before, if I don't know the concept, kasi most of you maybe hindi nyo pa nababasa, okay, yung standards. So yeah, you just have to be conscious, or let us say, yung mata nyo mabilis in terms of ano ba yung hinahanap. Right? So yeah, because this is definition of terms. Number 3 is definition of terms. Okay, so we would go for letter A. Number 4, a practitioner reporting on engagement that is not assurance engagement. Okay. So as not to, let me just check kung ano yung... So guys, hindi ko nakikita yung mga questions nyo ngayon, yung messages nyo. Because I'm focused on the discussion. A practitioner reporting on an engagement that is not an assurance engagement. Okay, clearly distinguish that report from an assurance so as not to confuse users, and report that is not an assurance. So ano daw? Okay, anong kailangan mong ilagay as an auditor para hindi confusing ang iyong report? So tignan natin, guys. So may all of the above. Okay, implying compliance, yeah, you should avoid this. Since hindi naman assurance report ang ginagawa mo, you should avoid also assurance, audit, or review. You should also avoid, yeah, tama. So, letter D. Number 4 is letter D. Teka, daming tanong, ha? Okay, number 5, a practitioner accepts an assurance engagement only where the practitioner preliminary knowledge of engagement indicates that relevant. Sorry guys, naghahang ako. A practitioner accepts an assurance engagement only, okay, where the practitioner preliminary knowledge of the engagement circumstances indicates that. So, ang tanong niya dito guys is, kailan mo i-accept ang engagement? When is it acceptable? So that's one of the ideas here. Okay? And then sinasabi niya is only where, kung saan meron ng knowledge ang practitioner or ang auditor. Except, kailan, when, except. Okay? Except, except. Kasi lahat to, sinasabi niya A, B, C, D, All of these are acceptable except one. Okay? Relevant ethical requirements such as independence and professional competence will be satisfied. So this is true. Okay? You should satisfy as a practitioner. You should satisfy that you are totally independent or you don't have a significant influence over your client. Letter B is the engagement exhibits that the subject matter is appropriate. Okay? Criteria used are suitable. Yes, these are all positive words, okay, that will help you accept an engagement. Okay? See if there is a significant limitation on the scope. No. If there's a significant limitation, wag mo nang i-accept. Right? So, kasi at the end of the day, ano pang work ang gagawin mo? Okay? You will just issue what? A disclaimer report for this. Okay, so 5 is letter C. Okay, 5 is letter C. Let me just write that. Okay, number 6, what are the elements of an assurance engagement? Elements of an assurance engagement. So meron kang practitioner, meron kang responsible party, which is your client or whoever it is na nag-engage sa'yo, and then of course the agreed users. So letter A. Number 7 is relative to prospective financial statements. A practitioner may not accept an engagement to prospective financial statements. So may agreed ka. Yes, this is perform an examination, perform a review, perform a compilation. Yeah, it's letter C. Number 7 is letter C. Okay. Let's redo. Number 8, which of the following is the subject matter information of non-financial? Ito, maganda, no? Non-financial information daw. Okay? So, if you guys, yan ito yung mga logic dito, no? If non-financial performance, so it's more about, titignan mo, assertion about effectiveness. This talk about financial statements. Okay? Specifications of document, it could be. Okay? It's possible, specifications of documents, possible na financial. Okay. Recognition measurement, when you say measurement, presentation, disclosure in the financial statement, that these are financial statements. Key indicators of effectiveness and efficiency. So if you're going to choose A and C, you have to analyze, guys. When you say KPI, key indicators, effectiveness and efficiency, this talks about the performance of the company. So, performance, so sinasabi niya dito, non-financial performance conditions of an entity. So, performance of an entity is derived through KPI, key performance activities. So, number 8 is letter A. Number 9, which of the following is the subject matter information of physical characteristics, for example, capability or of a facility? Yon. So in terms of physical characteristics, yun. Yeah. See guys, may tip ka na agad dito, 8 and 9, capacity of a facility, wherein in a facility meron na kang complete ang documents. Okay, that's one of the requirements in terms of, let us say, quality standards in a certain facility. Okay, so specification of documents or specific documents. Okay. Specification documents, sorry guys. So letter C. Which of the following subject matter information of system and processes such as entity, internal control, or IT systems? So tingnan natin. Which of the following? So this talks about entities, internal control, or IT system. So this is the talks about performance. This is about the financials. This is about the facility. So assertion about effectiveness. Yes. So when you say assertion about effectiveness, di ba guys, ang internal control of the company is impacting the what? Is impacting the financial statement, which is financial statements, what you are auditing the financial statements, the assertion. And we say assertions, ano yung mga assertions na yan? Those are the cash balances. Okay, so connected yan guys, ano? So number 10 is letter D. Yeah, so I think that's it. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm just going to give this for you for free. Siyempre, free online na tayo. No? So I think, nasan ba yung, baka may mga sample tayo dito ng, tingnan natin, ano, ng, oh, ang dami pala, 20, no? So tingnan natin, baka may mga reports. So ito, may mga reports dito. So punta tayo agad sa report. So number 16. During the course of his audit of the financial statements of a corporation for the purpose of expressing an opinion on the statements, a CPA is refused permission to inspect. So guys, no? Refused to inspect. So there's a limitation of work. So when there's a limitation of work, all right? Anong i-issue mo? Limitation of work? Permission to refuse. Disclaimer. When you have adverse, you don't have any performance, or yung adverse mo, wala nang pag-asa. Ito yung pinaka-worst na report na pwede mong i-issue as an auditor. When you say qualify, okay, it's just a part, okay, part of the financial statement is somehow you are not comfortable to issue a report of that. Let us say inventory, the investment, part of the financial statements. Okay? When is and of course unmodified yung palagi nating ini-issue ng mga auditor, unmodified report. Okay, so number 16 is letter D. Okay, tingnan natin, no? Marami pa tayong mga board exam siguro dito na. Yeah, number 17, during the 2018, the research staff of SR, ayan, corporation devoted its effort towards developing a new pollution control device, all costs that could be contributed. So guys, you don't need to understand all of this. Kailangan makakuha ka lang ng keywords. Okay? Keywords lang. Yan ang one of the techniques na may sasabi ko sa inyo, no? Keywords pagdating sa mga kind of report. So, tingnan natin. All costs that could be contributed directly to the project were accounted for as deferred charges and be found persuasive. Okay, evidence that the research conducted today could probably result in, okay, the deferred research charges are significantly materials. So guys, no, significantly materials in relation to both. So may impact daw sa income and assets. So you want to qualify this. So again, this is just part of FS. Okay, partial of FS. Significantly material in terms of the FS as a whole. So qualify the opinion. Number 17 is letter B. Number 18, okay, is you were engaged to audit the S company financial statement after the close of the fiscal year because you were not engaged until after the balance sheet date. You were not able to physically observe inventory. On the completion of your audit, you are satisfied that S financial statements are presented fairly, including inventory about which you were satisfied yourself because of your alternative audit. So yeah, unmodified opinion. Okay, so number 18 is letter A. So number 19, the practice of accountancy includes the following except, yeah, so these are the practices that you can do as an accountant, or as an auditor, or as a CPA. Practice when the CPA is appointed as marketing manager. So hindi na siya, no? Letter. So common sense yun, guys. No? Number 19 is common sense. Okay. What else? Number 20. Oops. The following are correct statements concerning the audit of fair value of measurement and disclosure. So ito, mukhang magandang tanong to, no? May many measurements, okay, based on estimates including fair value measurement or inherently imprecise. Tingnan natin. Looks okay naman. The auditor consideration used is based on the information available. Yes. The auditor is responsible for, ito na. So, medyo harapan na sinabi na responsible daw ang auditor to predict the future conditions? Of course not. Okay, the auditor should obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence. So letter D is true. So number 20 is letter C. Okay, so that's it for our auditing theory, guys. So I think overtime na tayo, but we will finish auditing problem. Let me just share it to you. So auditing problem, in terms of auditing problem, I'm going to teach you in terms of how you're going to connect. So we have, meron tayong, teka lang, may sagot. Ano yan? Nakita nyo na yung sagot. Ayan, okay. Tingnan natin guys, no? Okay, so we will, I think nakikita nyo naman na guys, ano? So yeah, we will finish this quick. This very quick lang. So yeah, this is one of the best example on how to connect the dots in terms of ano ba yung information or knowledge nyo, how depth your knowledge is in the basic accounting, in financial accounting reporting, okay? Overall, in accounting. So because auditing problem talks about your idea on the accounting as well. Okay, because you are auditing a certain company. So yung isang company na yan is nandiyan na lahat. Nandiyan ang assets, nandiyan ang liabilities, equity, revenue, and expenses. Okay? So you should know all of these things. Okay? So for example, what is the cost of goods sold for sale? So ito lang ang binibigay, no? Fire destroyed the entire inventory on hand of a corporation. And then ito yung mga data sales, you have the inventory, you have the purchases, you have the markup. So what is the cost of goods sold? What is the cost of goods available for sale? Cost of goods sold. Inventory end on May. Diba? Ang dami na niya tinanong out of 1, 2, 3, 4 given. Okay? So yeah, let's compute. So you have the inventory in terms of let us say you should know first the formula of how to compute. Diba? And then you have the purchases. And then you have the cost of goods available for sale. And then of course you less the inventory ending. Okay, and then you have the cost of sales. So yung cost of sales na yan, so you just, guys, basic gross profit. Okay? So, yeah. Let's see. Inventory, you have the 80,000. Okay? And then what else? You have the purchases of 330,000, including in transit of 40. So guys, no, 40,000 FOB shipping point. Ibig sabihin, the company owned it already because shipping point. Okay, sila ang bumili. Okay, that's the difference. What's 400? The sum is 410,000. What is your ending inventory? Wala. Okay, but you have the markup and then you have the sales. So 360 divided by 120%. That's how much, guys? So that's maybe 300,000. Right? So work back. 410, 300. So that will give you 110,000 as your ending inventory. And then you have 360,000 here. You have the gross profit of 60,000. Okay, so tingnan natin. What is the cost of goods sold? Cost of goods available for sale, not goods sold. Cost of goods available for sale is 410,000. Letter B. Now, what is the cost of goods sold? It's letter C. What is the ending inventory? Immediately prior to the fire. Okay, prior to the fire, immediately prior to the fire. So, ibig sabihin, so you have 110, hindi pa kasama yung 40,000 kasi nga in transit. So, 110, hindi mo pa na-receive yung 40,000, so you have 70,000. Right? So, letter A. Number 4, what is the inventory on May 2? if the inventory item is at shipping destination. So, ibig sabihin guys, what is the inventory? Immediately prior to the fire if the inventory term is at shipping destination. So, yeah, the shipping destination, ibig sabihin, sorry guys, no? Let number three, let me just, so number three is what is estimated prior to the fire. So wala siyang disclaimer in terms of what is the approach. So we will go on letter 110,000, letter C. So pagdating kasi sa number 4, if you can see, meron siyang if it's at shipping destination. So ibig sabihin, hindi mo pa nare-receive yung inventory for that. So you will go for 70,000. So number 4 should be number 4 should be 70,000. Tignan natin. Ayun, letter A. Yeah. Okay. Letter A. Okay, next, number 5. Okay, to determine whether the inventory exists at year-end, held for sale, the only procedure to be performed except, so ano daw ang ipa-perform mo dyan dito, no? Observe the physical count, obtain list of inventory, reconcile to trace the record for inventory, confirm inventories, okay? Hello? So I think you can hear me, no? Okay, guys, so that's it for our discussion for auditing problem. For problem number 1, we will go problem number 2. Let me just check kung kaya pa ng oras natin. So I think we are over time na guys, no? Okay, so anyway, I will give this to you guys. I will give it to you. No problem about it. Okay. Medyo overtime na tayo sa 1 hour. So yeah, that's how we do it in our CPA Online Review School. So we are strict in terms of time. But of course, we are providing this and then we are discussing it in the future, in the next discussion. So ganun din sa ating, let us say, so ganun din sa, in terms of how, parang, saan ba siya? Like, dito sa mga one-on-one or live discussion natin, okay? So, that's how we do it. So, those are the tips that I can give you guys in terms of the auditing part, auditing theory, auditing problem. So, hopefully, guys, don't forget those tips. You need to work on. Hindi pwedeng isusubo lahat sa inyo, no? So, but for those remaining topics na hindi natin na-discuss, I will give it to you to you in your email. We will provide it to you. So, if over there, if somebody is listening in our FB page and our FB live page, okay, sign up. Okay, you will get also those materials. So yeah, for this, I want to invite everyone as well in our in our review class, wherein, yeah, this is the common challenges that you have, and then of course the benefits that you can gain. Just example, like what you review anytime, anywhere, as long as you respect your time. By the way, you will have unlimited access also during the review duration. Of course, these materials are downloadables. Okay, you can save time and effort. You can save more money. Okay, as an auditor, as an accountant, so ganyan ka, di ba? So yeah, simple guys, no? If you want to avail this review school, so yeah, you just have to say, we will send an email for the details, but we have early bird rate promo, which is 8,500 only instead of 10,000. So this is only until end of this invitation is until end of April only. And our classes will start on June 2nd. of the week. The specific date will be announced. That would depend on the COVID. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for listening, for coming. Do you have any questions? Questions, guys? Sorry, hindi natin natapos, ano? So, but we will try to, I will give to you the material, so don't worry about it. Okay? This is recorded, by the way. Oh, ito na. May mga tanong. Baka hindi ako makanood ng class, may trabaho ako. No problem about it. You can skip the class, but just pagkatapos ng trabaho mo, please guys, okay, please stick to your timeline, okay? Annalisa, Aldrin, yeah, please, you are welcome to be on board. Jolina, aspiring CPA, Mark, okay. Good luck sa inyo guys, okay? And then recording si Gina. Okay, I think that's it. So that's it, guys, for today. Thank you so much for coming. So I think all of you, yeah, I will provide you the material, so don't worry about it. Okay, so thank you, guys. So this is me, Tristan Cristobal, signing off. Thank you. God bless, and bye-bye.